Hi everyone, my name is Elin Jeme, and I'm currently demonstrating my Enterprise SOC-Lab project that I was about to build. So here's my portfolio, as you can see. And the goal of this project was to build a real-world security monitoring environment using VMware Workstation Pro, Active Directory, Sysmon, Splunk Enterprise, and Splunk Universal Forwarders. This lab provides centralized log collection, endpoint telemetry monitoring, and threat hunting capabilities similar to those used by security operations centers. So as you can see, this is the overview, and then this one is my portfolio. So it contains all the information of this project. So in case you want to access it, you can come right here, and then there is the diagram here contains the informations of the diagrams that were used, and then the document contains the PDF reports of this project, and then all the queries that I used, and then screenshots as well. So we're just going to discuss more about the architecture overview. So when it comes to the architecture of our project, as you can see, which is right here, the environment consists of 5 virtual machines. We have our domain controller 1, and then we have our 2 client machines, client O1 and then client O2. We have the Ubuntu host, which uh, which is housing our Splunk um, system here. And then we also have a Kali Linux system, as you can see, which will be used in the future for security testing. So we do have a Sysmon, which generates endpoint telemetry, and then Splunk Universal Forwarders, which send events to Splunk for centralized monitoring and analysis. So now we're going to discuss more about our VMware environment, as you can see, which are right here. So here's the VMware used for the project, and all systems are running and connected within the lab network, allowing centralized monitoring across multiple hosts. Then we have our endpoint validation. So we're going to use it in our client 01, and just to confirm that these clients were um, successfully enrolled within our domain. You can see they're right here. Here are our clients, and then this is our Active Directory users and computers. So we do have a DHCP service and then DNS. So DHCP was configured so it can give automatic IP addresses to our clients. The reason behind that was that when configuring these hosts, you were able to give 2 different network adapters. We have the NAT, which gives access to the internet, and then we have this internal network that we name it CyberLab, which helps our hosts to communicate with each other. So now we're going to test the endpoint validation. Just put in my password right here. And then let's stop this, and then stop this too. Okay, so as you can see, We have our Sysmon service which is running. We can test it one more time again, and then which is right here, and then you can see we have our client 01, and then we're going to do the same thing to our second client here. As you can see, even the connectivity to our Splunk server is right here, Ubuntu, which hosts our Splunk system. And then through this TCP ports 99, 97. So the Sysmon service is running, which helps us to collect Windows systems logs. And then we also have our Splunk forwarder, which is running right here. We're also going to test it here in our um, second host. So this client number 1. So we're going to type Splunk forwarder. So it's running. Then we're going to test Splunk validation. As you can see, the server is running here, and then each service is definitely running and then listening to ports 99, 97. And this this was just being demonstrated just to show that Splunk is hosted on Ubuntu Linux and acts as the centralized SIEM platform for log collection, indexing, and analysis. And then we're now going to test our host visibility. So we can access that server through our domain controller, which is right here. We do have a Splunk web-based interface that we're able to access. So just going to type index equal statements count by host. Now this search validates that Splunk is receiving data from all monitored hosts, as we can see right here. So we can see DC01, client 01, and then client 02, which successfully are reporting events in the SIEM. And we're now going to test our Sysmon events as well. So we're just going to type in source type right here. Source type equal XML Windows. Okay, yep, it's right here. This is going to be the search that we are going to use. So this search confirms that Sysmon telemetry is being collected and indexed from multiple endpoints, and Sysmon provides detailed visibility into process creation, network connections, file activity, registry modifications, and DNS queries. Then we're going to run our threat hunting search here. So it's going to be the search type that we're going to use. So I'll just use one of those that's already registered in our Splunk history. So we just go and get it right here. It should be down here. Okay. Okay, should be one of these. Okay. Okay, it's this one. Okay, I just add it here. Okay, it was already added. So as you can see right here, now what we're going to do, we'll just go right here in one of these clients. Let's run Notepad. That's easy. Then we're going to see that it's going to capture this log right here. And then let's run this search. Okay, as you can see. So to demonstrate the monitoring pipeline, I launch Notepad on a monitor endpoint, and the Sysmon records this activity as a process creation event known as events ID number 1. And then Splunk receives the event and allows analysts to identify the host executable and execution time. So as you can see, this is the time, and then the client host, then which um, app is running, as you can see, which is right here, and when it was run, and all these informations are displaying, as you can see right here. So although Notepad is harmless, the same workflow can be used to investigate suspicious process during real-world security incidents. So this one was our threat hunting demonstration, or the search that was used, and I was able to assist you or to demonstrate most of these searches, and just to help most of us to understand how threats work, and then how people can easily get access to our system, or how to capture anything suspicious. So that was one of the main reasons why I had to demonstrate all these. Now I'm going to work on the project that I have in the future. So we do have many other things coming up. So this project uh, demonstrates hands-on experience with Active Directory, Splunk Enterprise, Sysmon endpoints monitoring, SIEM administration, and threat hunting. So the full documentation and architecture diagrams, screenshots, and validation searches are available on my GitHub repository, as you can see, which is right here. So I'm grateful for watching, and hopefully um, when I'm done with the remaining projects, um, I'll also post them here in my GitHub. So thank you so much. I do appreciate your time.